Okay, so this is Dr. Zakir Naik, and he's talking to this Pakistani interviewer on TV, and they're talking about the punishment for apostasy from Islam. That's to do with Quran 5:32 and being a mischief maker. And they're talking about what is a mischief maker and what is the punishment for apostasy.
जी डॉक्टर साहब एक और सवाल जो पूछा गया है आपसे ये है कि कोई शख्स इस्लामी रियासत में रहता है, काफिर है, अपना मजहब इख्तियार करता है और जाहिर है कि मजहब में कहा गया कि जबर नहीं है, रिलीजन में बाय फोर्स इसको आप नहीं कर सकते इम्प्लीमेंट। एक शख्स फैसला करता है कि मैं किसी दूसरे मजहब में चला जाऊं, मैं ईसाई हो जाऊं, यहूदी हो जाऊं, जबर तो नहीं है, लेकिन मुर्तद की सजा मौत है। क्यों? अगर उसको कोई दूसरा रिलीजन अपील करे और वो उसे इख्तियार कर ले या वापस चला जाए, मुसलमान हुआ लेकिन कुछ दिनों बाद उसे एहसास हुआ कि नहीं मुझे वापस, सजा मौत क्यों है मजहब में?
अगर कोई मुसलमान गैर मुसलमान बनता है तो इसकी अगर वो प्रोपोगेट करता है अपना रिलीजन, नया रिलीजन, इट इज एज गुड एज ट्रीजन। तो इस्लाम के अंदर सजाए मौत है और कई ममालिक का रूल पड़ेंगे। द पनिशमेंट फॉर ट्रीजन, अगर कोई आर्मी जनरल अपने ब्लूप्रिंट्स, अपने आर्मी के सीक्रेट्स कोई दूसरे मुल्क को बेचता है तो उसके लिए डेथ पेनल्टी है या इट इज इम्प्रिजनमेंट फॉर लाइफ। उसी तरीके से जब बाकी ममालिक के अंदर ये लॉ है, तो इस्लाम के अंदर भी अगर कोई मुसलमान गैर मुसलमान बनता है और अपने नए दीन को फैलाता है, प्रोपेगेट करता है, उसके लिए द पेनल्टी इज डेथ।
ये बड़ी अपने बड़ वजाहत की यानी।
Okay, so this is Dr. Zakir Naik. Again, he's going to answer the question on apostasy a little bit differently. It's similar, but he offers a variety of opinions.
And they're saying that, sir, from my findings, I discovered that an apostate, someone who turns away from the deen in Islam, or an apostate in Islam, is to be executed according to the 4 schools of thought, even though the Quran says, let there be no compulsion in religion. Please clarify. Thank you.
As far as killing an apostate is concerned, the different opinion. Some scholars say that if a Muslim becomes the murtad, becomes the non-Muslim, should put him to death. Some scholars say no, he should only be put to death if he propagates his new faith. There are different opinion. As far as the question that there is no compulsion in religion, this verse of the Quran is from Surah Baqarah, chapter 2, verse number 256, which says, La ikrah fid deen. There is no compulsion in religion, to stand out clear from error. There is no compulsion, no one can force anyone to accept Islam as the point of the sword, but this...
But they can compel people to join Islam when they take over a country and make them pay higher taxes, a zizra tax, or they become a Muslim and they pay much less tax, sometimes 50% or more, and they can just pay zakat, which is 2.5% of the assets of a Muslim. So there's quite a bit of difference there. I think that's compulsion. Okay, this is Uthman bin Farooq, and he's at Balboa Park talking to people about Islam. His sign says Jesus is a Muslim, and on this particular video, this is a short blurb with David Wood and Farooq as they talk about apostasy. What is the punishment for a Muslim when he leaves Islam? This is an older video of a video, but I wanted you to see because it talks about what the punishment is.
If you're in a Muslim country, you can convert. So hold on, we're first talking about people following.
Convert? Are you free to leave Islam?
Sure. Let me get to that. Let me get to that.
Take that, all of you people who say that you should be killed.
I don't know who those people are, but okay. And I would look at this book. It would inspire me, and I would pick it up, and I would try to read it, and I would try to understand it. Later on, I realized the value of this book. And this is one of the most valuable books in fiqh that is underrated. Al-Kafi fi fiqh, Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal. The way it should be done, Al-Umda fi fiqh, this is Muwaffaq bin Qudama. This is a beginning book. We taught it in San Diego many times. When you graduate from that level, you should go to Al-Muqni'. Which is the book we have here. This is Muqni' and its shuruh and things. Al-Umda and Al-Shuru are here, and Al-Mughni is up on top. So Al-Umda, then Al-Muqni', then Al-Kafi, then Al-Mughni. And that's how we've arranged the shakl.
Okay, so this is another question to Dr. Zakir Naik, and he's going to talk to this guy who's a student, and he has a girlfriend who used to be Muslim, but now she's a Christian, and he's asking this question about apostasy. Listen.
What are you doing, or what do you plan to do, to educate Muslims that if someone chooses to leave Islam, that person should not be killed?
Well, that's a very important question. And he said that what if a person who's practicing Islamic faith changes to any other faith? Is it required that he should be killed? And all these articles that came about me, a preacher of hate, one of the point was that Dr. Zakir prescribes death penalty for those Muslims who leave their faith and they profess any other faith. Again, these reports are out of context. They took up a portion of my speech where I said that many scholars say that a Muslim who leaves this faith and professes any other religion, death penalty is the punishment. But I went on to further say that death penalty is not a standard punishment for any Muslim who leaves this faith and professes any other religion. I give the example that one during the time of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, there was a Muslim who converted to another faith and had done some wrong deeds for which the Prophet had told they should be put to death. But later on, when Hazrat Uthman, may Allah be pleased with him, he approached the Prophet and said that the man should be forgiven, the Prophet pardoned him. This incident proves that death penalty is not the standard rule for any Muslim who changes his faith. If according to Islam and according to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, according to me, death penalty is not the standard rule for any Muslim who changes his faith and professes any other.